Hello everyone and welcome back to another ToyHouse tutorial. This time we are going through the scenario of you receiving a character. You could be receiving a character because you perhaps have bought one from an artist, or maybe you have traded one of your characters in return for this one. Now, in case of you getting that transfer, you will receive this little notification symbol with a little human silhouette. You can just straight up click on it and now you will see the character via icon, who is sending it, and again the character by name. If you press the icon or you press the name of the character, it will directly show put you onto the page of the character. If you press on the name of whoever is sending it, you go onto their profile. You can technically also see when they sent this character transfer. Obviously, you could decline it and the character would stay at the other person's profile. They would receive a notification that you have declined. But for our scenario, we're going to accept it. So you have accepted the character. It will now appear under your unsorted folder. In case of you not knowing what the unsorted folder is, the unsorted folder is essentially the nothing folder, the folder that you cannot change, that is always there and is always at the far end of your hierarchy. All your folders will always be in unsorted. So if you are inside of a folder, you always will see view unsorted, where you come back to your unsorted page, where you will find the character that you just accepted. Yeah, now you have your character. If you go into ownership, you should see your username in here, and the creator, with additionally the character's permissions, design term of use. You have the option of adding an additional designer in case maybe you redesigned the character at some point, or if you have any additional things you would like to say about credit, you have a text field here you can update. Be aware that people can see this, not only for sake of seeing who made it, but also what happened to it. Via ownership log, you can see what has happened to this character. This character is fairly new, so you only have one notifications of me creating it. But for example, there are other characters that have a lot of information about them, from being created to the first transfer, and you also see if somebody wrote something inside the transfer, what they actually wrote back then. So now that you have this character, this is basically your proof of ownership. Now I'm going to show you how to actually transfer the character in case you are giving it away again. So in this case, you would go onto your character profile and you go into ownership. Then you go to transfer character. Here you write in the person that is supposed to receive the character. Obviously you can't transfer characters to yourself, so I would have to write somebody else in here. Now, reason. What reasons could you be putting in there? It says a short description of the transaction. While I think these are good suggestions, I personally advise to be a bit more detailed about it. For example, if you're gifting it, yeah, then you can just write that it's a gift. If it's that you sold it, put in the amount you sold it for. If you traded it, mention that it's a trade and potentially what character you traded it for. What I like to do is, let's say I traded this character, Jade, for Carolyn. So I would go to Carolyn's URL. We'll go to the URL, take the number part before the name, copy it, go back and write in here trade for this and this number. The ID will always remain. Like if you change the character's name, if you change anything, unless that you delete the original ToyHouse profile, the ID, this number will always stay the same. And that way you can always be like, oh, what was this character I traded it for? You can go then to one of your characters, delete the name and the code, and just put in the code. You don't even need to write the name, and it will instantly put you onto that page. Then you just press transfer and wait until the person accepts it.